Hello everyone, this is Daredevil here.
With Cyclops.
And we're going to be giving you a quick review for Daredevil, the Netflix series that debuted, what, like a week ago?
Something like
a couple weeks ago?
I believe a week ago.
Okay. Yeah, we finished it up a couple days ago, been doing a lot of stuff, and now finally going to talk about it. Now this is going to be full of spoilers, so I guess we want to go ahead and give our recommendations out of the way, in case you haven't finished the show.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and say we both enjoyed it a lot. Very much so. I'm putting words in A-Rod. Okay, no, I'm not putting words in A-Rod's mouth.
It's perfect.
It's a very good show.
It's not perfect.
We think it's a very good show. You should go watch it.
It's 95% perfect.
I believe it has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
I'm being the scorekeeper off the job here.
This ain't settle for the bronze.
Do I get overtime?
No.
Oh.
You don't get paid for anything.
Oh.
But yeah, totally check the show out.
Definitely.
Especially if you have the whole stigma against Marvel, because they do light and campy and goofy comedic stuff. Mm-hmm. None of it's dark. This is
very dark, and it's still light in places. It's still fun. Still entertaining.
This is like the ultimate fuck you that Marvel can give to DC in terms of,
much.
You guys want to do dark with everything? We just beat you to the punch.
Pretty much. All right, so I guess we'll jump right in.
Yeah, full of spoilers.
All right.
So avoid if you haven't finished the show.
To start off, I just want to make probably one of my favorite parts of the show was the casting and the acting. Personally, everybody worked for me. I loved. I've seen the biggest two of the biggest complaints I've seen. I'll get to one in a second because it's not acting related. But one of the biggest complaints I've seen is that people don't like Foggy Nelson. I don't know where that's coming from.
It took me a couple episodes to like him. Mostly because, for me, I was comparing this a lot to the 2003 movie. Because I actually like that movie a lot. I know a lot of people don't.
The director's cut version, you should specify.
We'll have that on Settle for the Bronze eventually if anybody's curious about that. We probably should have planned it so we were talking about it when the show debuted. But whatever. We'll have it down the road. Anyway, I was comparing the one in the Netflix show to Jon Favreau. And I still like Jon Favreau more, but this guy grew on me.
Yeah. I think he works really well.
Especially when you told me he was in the Mighty Ducks trilogy.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know how I didn't see that.
We also established we think he's in Mockingjay. Isn't that right?
Yes. Yeah.
He's a minor character, but still. Yeah. That's interesting. But yeah, I liked him a lot. I thought...
Mighty Ducks, that's all you had to say.
Okay,
I'm sold. Sold.
Yeah. But no, I liked him a lot. I thought that he worked really well. I thought he had a good sense of humor without and like self-deprecating humor without feeling like, oh, it's this guy again. He's depressing and hates himself.
Well, the complaints I've seen, it's like they don't understand the character because he's supposed to be like that. Like, I don't like how he's like that. He's kind of annoying and he does all this comedic stuff. I was like, that's kind of the character.
Which is great too when they get to the point where he finds out Daredevil's identity.
Best part of the show.
Yeah.
My favorite part
of the show.
It's
handled amazingly because he's not just like, oh, you're so cool, we're bros, and you're a superhero. It's like,
fuck you, you've been lying
seriously,
to me since the day we met.
Yeah, and like it takes him a while to get over this and to accept it. And then it's a big plot point.
Matt has to go through the whole explanation of how he can still see.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're not really blind. He's like, technically.
Yeah. No, I love it. And I think all the acting is spot on. You say you don't exactly love Fisk.
Yeah.
Would you like to get into that a little bit?
Kingpin, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm used to the Michael Clark Duncan version.
Which I do. I agree. It's a really cool interpretation.
I haven't really read a lot of the comics in terms of Daredevil.
I will say
you have a much better grasp.
It's definitely not Kingpin from the comics straight up, because Kingpin from the comics is a little more like confident and you know, he's a more straightforward villain, which is why I really appreciate this, because it's like it's this guy who you can tell he's a little socially awkward and off, and that kind of makes me buy a little more that he's not trying to be a terrible person, at least not till the end. He's not trying to be the bad guy, and eventually he snaps, and he still has the same persona. It's not like he just suddenly turns into a new person. Like he's still kind of awkward and weird. It's a different interpretation of the comics, and I can see why people would be upset that we didn't get to just get straight up. Although I felt like in the last episode, I felt like that was basefully Kingpin.
So like in subsequent seasons, if they do that,
I feel like he'll be a lot more comics oriented than before. But I thought it was a great origin overall for Kingpin, and I thought it worked really well. And I like I mean, obviously the acting was good for him, even if you don't like the character.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know. I thought it was kind of one note, just kind of, oh, he's being weird again.
yeah, but I mean, but see, that's the thing. Like, if what is he supposed to do? Come out weird and then like, oh, that only lasted for an episode. He got over something he's been dealing with. He got over social anxiety he's been dealing with his entire life in one episode. It's cool. I mean, like,
no, that's the thing. I can't really pinpoint the reason I don't like it. It's just,
and I mean, even for me, I can agree that there are moments where it feels a little shaky, like it might be going a little too far. But overall, I really liked it, and I liked how it wasn't just like a lot of movie villains you see where they're either complete dictator, I'm gonna go do this thing because I'm confident and powerful and I'm gonna do it, or they're super charismatic, and I'm making like Zod and Loki as two examples of this. Like they're super charismatic and like manipulative and stuff.
Well, charismatic I wouldn't exactly give to Zod.
Oh no, I'm saying Zod falls in the like dictator like confidence, like I'm gonna go do this thing right.
I will find him.
Yeah, I like that we got a real character. Not somebody who's
everyone
kind of
feels real.
I agree. I think everybody works.
That's
why it works.
The number one best thing about the show, it feels real.
Yes. Also
I completely buy a blind guy who can see with like radar sense doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because they play it straight.
Mm-hmm. I definitely agree. And I loved Ben Urich's casting, although he met a untimely demise.
It's so funny because we watched the show. We're like, oh, he's not in the Daily Bugle because they didn't have the Spider-Man rights.
Yeah, and so he got.
So everyone was speculating, oh, he's going to get fired at the end of the season.
And he got fired, and we were all like, oh, so they're setting it up so he can be in the Daily Bugle. And then the Kingpin, like the moment after that happened, I think we both had the same like intuition. It's like something's going down here.
Yeah, something's
not right, and like just the way it was shooting scenes with him, and then the Kingpin shows up and it's like, oh God, what's going on here? And then Kingpin just strangles him, and it's like, oh. Okay,
and the next scene is his funeral.
Yeah, and it's really well done too. Like it's a touching scene. It was intense. Yep. I mean, obviously it would be nice to see him working at the Daily Bugle. I would have loved to see him alongside whoever they get to play J. Jonah Jameson. I assume that's going to happen at some point. But I think it was a really good character arc, kind of for the show itself. Yeah. And another surprising death that I absolutely loved was Wesley, Kingpin's sidekick.
Oh yeah,
dude. I absolutely. This twist was amazing to me, where Karen Page just shoots him, because the scene was set up exactly like you have seen a million times before, where it's the good character quotation marks has the gun, like steals the gun from the villain, and the villain's like, you're not going to shoot me, and then
first he throws out the. Oh, you actually think I would load the gun?
So it's like, oh, the scene always goes one of two ways, where it's like, you're not going to shoot me, and they slowly drop the gun. It's like, I knew it, and then they take the situation back in control, or they pull the trigger and there's nothing there.
Yeah.
And she just shoots him like 5 or 6 times.
Both of those.
Yes, and it's great. And he just dies, and it's like, holy crap! And Karen Page deals with this for the rest of the like, and
she almost has like PTSD.
Yeah,
everybody's constantly going, Karen, are you all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, and it's great acting, and I love it. And I've also seen people complain just generally about some of the writing, especially like in the early episodes. I didn't notice a problem. It all worked fine for me.
They have like a 5-minute fighting sequence.
Oh, that was
Daredevil takes
the fighting in the show.
Guys in a hallway.
The fighting in the show is magnificent. That hallway scene might be my favorite fight scene of all time. Like, it's that good.
Note to people who want to make Batman stuff from now on, make it like that. Make it like the... Yeah. No. We were watching it. I just went... within the first couple of episodes, I was like, oh my god, Tyclops. Because I actually call him Tyclops.
Yeah, of course.
This is the best Batman show I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's true.
Gotham, we're looking at you.
But the way the fights are set up, where he doesn't just KO people. He doesn't just hit them in the head and they fall down. They beat up on each other. And it's brutal, and they keep beating up on each other, and they don't fall down because they got a hit to the head. They fall down because they're exhausted and they're bruised and they can't fight anymore. Oh, it's great! It's wonderful. It's some of the best fighting I've ever seen anywhere on any movie or TV show.
Yeah,
I love it. We're gushing over this a lot because we really, really like it. I know.
No. I told you. This is the Breaking Bad of superhero shows.
Yeah. I actually. Well, for one, I'm really excited to see what they do with the other 3 upcoming Netflix shows, as well as Defenders after this.
I don't care. Give me more Daredevil.
Well, see, that's what I was about to say.
Care.
I'm excited for those because I feel like I'm hoping they're gonna feel like this, where they're gonna, and it's gonna be like a Guardians of the Galaxy sort of thing, where it's like, oh, it's why are they doing Guardians of the Galaxy? Nobody cares about these characters. Give us more Avengers, and they did it, and it was amazing. I'm hoping it's gonna be the same line where it's the same feel, but they
I just
do
want more Daredevil.
But see, that's
I don't care about the rest of the Marvel.
You're
Cinematic
acting like
Universe.
a stubborn comic book fan, Rudd. Where is your ability to adapt?
No. But
yes, no, I'm really excited for Daredevil season 2. They set up a lot of stuff that could go that way, and I really hope we get to see their interpretation of like Bullseye and Elektra.
I guess I want to cover something real quickly here. John Campea of AMC Movie Talk.
You're
movie
still
news.
stuck on this.
Yeah, he made a video, and we're pretty sure he hadn't even finished the show. And he made a video on his blog or whatever, and he was talking about how he believed that the Daredevil show was not connected to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
You told me about this, and I went to look it up, and it was gone.
Apparently, he took it down because of all the hate he was getting on that.
Yeah,
because there are so many references.
For one, right off the bat, they when they first announced this, they were like, "Yes, it's in the Marvel universe."
Yes, and like the showrunners Kevin Feige said so.
Yeah, and then like I've seen people complain about that. It was like, it's a little too subtle, but. Well, for one, like you can see a picture of the Hulk in Ben Urich's office on one of the newspapers. Oh, it was the. I thought he
picks up the Avengers.
He picks up later in the season. He picks up another thing that's like a framed article of his, and has a picture of a like Chitauri vehicle
that's crashed into a building.
And it's like what? Okay.
I love how it's subtly, it's a sequel to Avengers.
Yeah, where
it's like, the aliens destroyed like all of Hell's Kitchen, so Kingpin and his
it's allowed
trying to rebuild.
It's allowed crime to seep back in.
Yeah,
I think that's a great. It's dealing with Fallout, which is.
I kind of wish they talked about it a bit more.
Yeah, maybe
the fact that they don't mention an alien invasion at all bothers me. I mean, they mention it's like, you need an iron suit or
since the Battle of New York.
Yeah. Stuff like that. They just address it as the Battle of New York.
Yeah.
I wish they were like, big blue wormhole in the sky, aliens flying out.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But no, I love that it's dealing with Fallout from and sure. So that's basically sums up our opinion overall. That should we mention here? I think we're both kind of in agreement that we don't really know how DC is going to top this if they want to do dark and gritty. Because,
like I said earlier, they beat him to the punch.
Yeah, because this is basically exactly what you'd want to see from a dark and gritty superhero show, where it's realistic, it's violent, but there's
actually,
humor.
It's actually willing to.
It's very fun to watch.
Joke.
Yeah.
Unlike Man of Steel,
there's comic relief without being like Jar Jar. It's characters who are.
Don't get me wrong. I love Man of Steel, but. It could have used so
more
dark.
Than a handful of jokes. Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I agree. There's lots of.
Like I need to go to therapy after watching that movie.
Yeah. No, there's lots of great banter between characters in Daredevil that you don't really.
Foggy.
Yeah, and I've also I just remember this. I should go ahead and mention. I've seen people complain about that it's too boring. What's your response to that?
What?
I thought I had the same reaction when I saw this.
You don't care about plot or character?
Apparently.
Go watch Transformers.
Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I mean, every scene is important. Every scene is well written. There's great acting for every scene is developing characters and moving the plot along. I've seen people say that.
Did they think Breaking Bad was boring? Do they think Game of Thrones?
I can only assume. Game of Thrones typically has a little more to action wise, but Breaking Bad definitely it feels like the pace of Breaking Bad. I can only imagine that the same. Yeah, like Is it
really the mentality of it's a superhero show? I need the superhero in costume every episode fighting a bad guy.
Pretty much. Yeah, I have no idea why. I mean,
talk about fanboys needing to adapt.
Very strange tangent here, but this is the problem I have. This is something that actually really really annoys / worries me is that this kind of pacing and plotting is awesome. I feel like it's exactly, it's perfect. And this is something I noticed also with this has nothing to do with anything. We both enjoyed Mockingjay Part 1. Very similar deal where, because I mean that's people got annoyed with that because it ended on a cliffhanger, but the pacing and everything, it was slow, it was a build, it was not constant action, and that got like bashed critically, and that upset me greatly because I thought it was, it
made you want to cry
a little bit, yeah. I teared up, no. But yeah, like it's the same idea where it's something that worries me that Hollywood seems like it's training people to,
you have to set things up to pay them off.
Yeah, like, I mean,
I'm not going to claim to be some big, knowledgeable person about plotting and character, but I know good plotting and character when I see it.
I don't know, it just annoys. I hate the fact that people can't just sit down and watch something that's not people fighting or stuff blowing up. And I know that's a very cynical view, and that's not exactly how it works. But
I'm thinking about like the fanboys. That on the one hand, they look at like Transformers movies, like, oh, it's just Michael Bay blowing up, stuff up for 2.5 hours. Then they go to something like this, like, it's boring. Make up your mind.
I don't know.
Are these the same type of people that are calling this boring?
I guess. I must assume. I don't know.
Comic book fanboys are the worst.
I agree.
This is why I don't read the comics. I just watch the movies and TV.
I read comics, but I'm not. I haven't read them enough to become jaded like your average.
But you're actually sane and reasonable.
That too. Comic book fan, and I don't think it's necessarily.
Unless it's Kick-Ass 2, then you're completely unreasonable.
This is not a condemnation of all comic book fans.
Yes, it is.
Oh. This is A-Rod's condemnation of all. Like and subscribe if you hate all comic book fans.
No, it's not all comic book fans. It's just the ones
I don't even know if it's necessarily the ones as just like the fan base as a whole wants so many different things.
Yeah.
Like comic fans as a whole. And so like and they're all very vocal when something happens that they don't like.
Yeah.
And so it's whatever happens, it swings like when you see comics announce something is changing about the comic, people are like, this is terrible, why are you doing this? This sucks, it's completely out of character. But when you see somebody that's like not changing it, then it's like, oh, this is boring, they're not animating the character, they're not doing anything with it, that was lame. I don't know. This
show is perfect.
Which is this
show is perfect.
Yes. This also extends some to movie and TV fans. I feel like maybe to a lesser extent, but I feel like that's a lot of stuff that deals with things that nerds like us like. Has the fan base can be very very.
We should do more TV discussions.
Possibly. We'll have to look into that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have a lot to say about Arrow season 3.
I'm sure you do. You've told me a lot of it. God.
So yeah, this is the best TV show out there, and it's a mini series.
Pretty much. I do think this is the best comic book TV show we've ever gotten.
Ever, yeah.
I can't think of anything. I mean, I keep up with Agents.
Close.
Does
anything come close?
I don't know. I keep up with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm a fan of that, but it's not in the same quality ballpark as this.
Yeah.
You're schooled up on Arrow. I know you haven't been a big fan of season 3.
This knocks Arrow any season out of the water.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's Agent Carter honestly might be as far as like tight writing and pacing and stuff, it's probably higher up there. But it's still not the same level. And I mean that's an ABC show, so I mean you can only get so far like as far as realism and stuff.
Blood is wonderful.
Oh, it is. It really is.
Hey, people who make Batman, let's put some blood in there.
Yeah. Pretty much. But yeah, I don't know. This puts everything cinematic universe related in an interesting position here.
I don't care anymore. I just want more Daredevil.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't know.
I don't care how good Age of Ultron is. I want Daredevil season 2.
You know you will.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know. I'm hoping that takes some hints from this the tone of this show, given like what we've seen from the trailers. I don't know.
Everything takes hints from this show.
Yeah.
No. I hope DC takes hints from this.
Yes, definitely.
This is how you do dark and gritty.
Yes.
Because it's not about the dark and gritty, it's about the characters and the world they live in.
Dark and gritty is in if you're doing it right, should just mean realistic. Should just mean you're doing things in a way that the audience can believe it and relate to what's happening.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's overall great show. Go watch it.
It's perfect.
It's amazing. I got any more to say on it? I don't know.
Comic book fanboys need to stop complaining.
You're all wrong except us.
No, except me.
Oh, just
Kick-Ass 2 hater.
You got a problem.
Apparently we both do, because we both didn't like Batman Returns. Which you'll be finding out about soon enough.
Bum, bum, bum.
Alright, everybody. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Daredevil's identity.
Best part of the show.
Yeah.
My favorite part
Amazing.
of the show.
It's handled amazingly, because he's not just like, oh, you're so cool, we're bros, and you're a superhero. It's like,
fuck you, you've been lying
seriously,
to me since the day we
you
met.
Yeah, and like it takes him a while to get over this and to accept it. And then it's a big plot point.
Matt has to go through the whole explanation of how he can still see.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're not really blind. He's like, technically.
Yeah. No, I love it. And I think all the acting is spot on. You say you don't exactly love Fisk.
Yeah.
Would you like to get into that a little bit?
Kingpin, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm used to the Michael Clark Duncan version,
which I do. I agree. It's a really cool. I think he works really well.
Especially when you told me he was in the Mighty Ducks trilogy.
Yeah.
I don't know how I didn't see that.
We also established we think he's in Mockingjay. Isn't that right?
Yes. Yeah.
He's a minor character, but still.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But yeah. I liked him a lot. I thought
Mighty Ducks. That's all you had to say.
Okay,
I'm sold. Sold.
Yeah. But no, I liked him a lot. I thought that he worked really well. I thought he had a good sense of humor without and like self-deprecating humor without feeling like, oh, it's this guy again. He's depressing and hates himself.
Well, the complaints I've seen, it's like they don't understand the character because he's supposed to be like that. Like, I don't like how he's like that. He's kind of annoying and he does all this comedic stuff. I was like, that's kind of the character.
Which is great too when they get to the point where he finds out.
Hello everyone, this is Avro007 here.
With Cyclops.
And we're going to be giving you a quick review for Daredevil, the Netflix series that debuted, like a week ago?
Something like
a couple weeks ago?
I believe a week ago.
Okay. We finished it up a couple days ago, been doing a lot of stuff, and now finally going to talk about it. Now this is going to be full of spoilers, so I guess we want to go ahead and give our recommendations out of the way, in case you haven't finished the show.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and say we both enjoyed it a lot. Very much so. I'm putting words in A-Rod. Okay, no, I'm not putting words in A-Rod's mouth.
It's perfect.
It's a very good show.
It's not perfect.
We think it's a very good show. You should go watch it.
It's 95% perfect.
I believe it has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
I'm being the scorekeeper off the job here.
This ain't settle for the bronze.
Do I get overtime?
No.
Oh.
You don't get paid for anything.
Oh.
But yeah, totally check the show out.
Definitely.
Especially if you have the whole stigma against Marvel, because they do light and campy and goofy comedic stuff. Mm-hmm. None of it's dark. This is
very dark, and it's still light in places. It's still fun. Still entertaining.
This is like the ultimate fuck you that Marvel can give to DC in terms of,
much.
You guys want to do dark with everything? We just beat you to the punch.
Pretty much. All right, so I guess we'll jump right in.
Yeah, full of spoilers.
All right.
So avoid if you haven't finished the show.
To start off, I just want to make probably one of my favorite parts of the show was the casting and the acting. Personally, everybody worked for me. I loved. I've seen the biggest two of the biggest complaints I've seen. I'll get to one in a second because it's not acting related. But one of the biggest complaints I've seen is that people don't like Foggy Nelson. I don't know where that's coming from.
It took me a couple episodes to like him. Mostly because, for me, I was comparing this a lot to the 2003 movie. Because I actually like that movie a lot. I know a lot of people don't.
The director's cut version you should specify.
We'll have that on Settle for the Bronze eventually if anybody's curious about that. We probably should have planned it so we were talking about it when the show debuted. But whatever. We'll have it down the road. Anyway, I was comparing the one in the Netflix show to Jon Favreau. And I still like Jon Favreau more, but this guy grew on me.
Yeah.